again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Barrett. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you very much. We know Rudy Gobert is ultra competitive, but he knows it's not about winning his individual matchup. He said it's a 5-on-5 game.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Noel. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovic. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Now here is Conley. Outside, Bogdanovic. The tray. It's rebounded by New York. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Greg, coming out of the All-Star break, a couple teams have really turned up the intensity, haven't they?
Playoff seedings are in sight, Kev, and no doubt this is a crucial stretch of the season, especially for teams that will be on the bubble.
And Barrett slams it in.
RJ is going to improve year after year on the skill to recognize plays and to stay a step ahead of the D.
Now, here's Mitchell. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Gobert, and it's Noel with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Goes up again, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And he sinks the second.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Quickly, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Oh, that's blocked. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Yeah, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in RJ Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
Here's Mitchell. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Bullock.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, RJ Barrett can do that. That pass on target, and RJ taking care of the rest.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. Pass to Gobert. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And good that time.
just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Teardrop shot, and it's Barrett getting it to go. And it's 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks. And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make.
Players, you got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mitchell. Now Conley. Following the three-point attempt by Austin Rivers. To the paint, here's Niang. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Pretty good recognition for Clarkson. He's moving the ball, and some good things starting to happen now offensively.
The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Rivers, now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Here's Conley. Outside Favors. Toppin with the steal. Bouks can't get it to go. The Jazz have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Fires the three. And here's Conley outside. A shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got 5 now.
Came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot. Part of why he's had such a stellar career.
Now here's Rose. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And there it is for him.
And the strength of Clarkson on display. Awesome job fending off the defense and not letting that deter him from scoring.
Rivers in the corner. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Conley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
New York leading by 6. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Toppin. No good from outside. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. And he makes good on the layup. 6 points for him.
Really good job on the timing of that cut into the lane. The speed that Clarkson has can be a problem for the defense.
Here's Rose, and that one is good.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And don't go away. And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Utah, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Favors. And it's Niang in at the 4 slot.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Here's Clarkson. That one drops for him. Clarkson's got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Rose against Conley. And denied. He sends it right up. Wow, hammering it in. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, it was all
the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Mike Conley. Fires for 3. Ntilikina can't hit.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Knicks leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Noel. Lays it up and banks it in. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA. A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Passes it to Bullock. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that? It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Randall left side. Here's Barrett. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there. You wonder if RJ Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because he had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But RJ Barrett has a high ceiling.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one RJ Barrett.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Rivers against Mitchell. It's blocked. Puts up a three. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Noel. Rebound collected by Clarkson. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. He came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they did win that last game in this matchup, and it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
New York calls timeout. A different look for Utah. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Mike Conley in for Donovan Mitchell. And a new group in for the Knicks. Toppin Heath's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. Alec Burks checked in for R.J. Barrett. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Drills it from outside.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Clarkson, that shot misses. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Out to the wing, and the wide open shot from Rose. Offline with his 3. Jazz trail by 15. Here's Clarkson, and that one is stuffed right through.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
New York's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rose. Down low. Toppin with it. Favors picks him up. Toppin can't get it to go. Here's Clarkson. Hits it from 3-point range. Clarkson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Clarkson draining one from deep, something he has to continue to work on. Stretch out the floor.
And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. It has done in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And New York looking at who they've got. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Noel is out there with Randall. Here's Clarkson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Quickly, over by Conley. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 12. Clarkson on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. Conley inside the line, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. Quickly, Gobert pulls it in. And the Jazz with possession here. Clarkson with the ball. 15 points in the game. It's stolen by Randall. And now the Knicks on the break. And it's Bullock missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
To the inside, here's Randall. Lays it up off the glass.
Timeout.
And that's now 6 points for Julius Randle.
The strength and the quickness and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
Utah calls to viewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Randall finds Barrett. Unable to get that one. A D by Bogdanovich. Here's Conley. Banked in off the glass. Conley's got 7 points in the game.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
The Knicks leading by 7. Randall outside. Bucket is good.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. O'Neal inside. Randall on him. Gobert. Another shot. And O'Neal finishes inside. O'Neal's got his second basket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Back to Gobert. O'Neal trying to break free. Good work there as it goes.
And if the mid-range shot is working for Gobert, it's a problem for the D. Draws the bigs away from the hoop and opens things up inside.
The pass to Ntilikina. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Derek Favors checked in for Royce O'Neal. Coach Niang comes in for Bogdanovic. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Joe Ingles. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 7-point differential. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The Knicks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Rose kicks to Toppin. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mitchell's shot is good. Now just a 2-point New York lead.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Knicks. Here's Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. For the lead, for the tie. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Mitchell. Favors has got the game tied up here for the Jazz. 1:06 left in the third. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Rose. Up and in on the layup. Rose has got 8.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
He goes up again. Utah with the rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock. You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Here's Rose. 8 points for him. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play. Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Clarkson finds Favors. Here's Mitchell. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out the third. Wanting his squad to remain engaged.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Clarkson in at the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw good. Bouks. And he makes both free throws.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Inside, and slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
New York trailing. Outside Rose. Over Conley. Rose. Good.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Rose has got 10 points here in the second half.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
Count that one. Mitchell's got 22.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Bogdanovich comes in for Clarkson. O'Neal against Barrett. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch and shoot situation and looks fluid.
Outside Conley shoots the 3. No good on that one. And New York the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Bullock with it. Now defended by Gobert. The Knicks leading by 3. Now here's Randall. To the middle. Here's Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 12 points for R.J. Barrett.
And the coaching staff enjoying that as Randall is becoming a bit more of a facilitator.
Bogdanovich finds Gobert. Kicks it out to Mitchell. A 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 25.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
New York calls timeout. David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Randall passes to Bullock. Quickly. No good on the 3.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Gobert down low. He's covered by Noel. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Barrett against Bogdanovich. And Barrett slams it in.
R.J. Barrett wanting the ball and coming through. That was critical.
Utah calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, R.J. Barrett.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
For New York, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pass to Randall. Over O'Neal. Randall no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Randall from about 19 feet. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Randall down low. O'Neal's there. Gobert with the block. Mitchell passes to O'Neal. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Julius Randle picks one up.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Derrick Rose is checked in for New York.
Now they're going for the jugular.
The Knicks decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. A minute 20 left in the fourth. Here's Bullock. And it's Rose missing. Stolen by Rose. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
And Derrick Rose, accustomed to carrying a team offensively, taking and making big shots down the stretch. Nothing new to him.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Passes it to Bullock. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barrett kicks to Bullock. The dish to Randall. Yes!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. Conley dishes to Gobert. Money!
Wow, what a shot. Gobert showing he has what it takes in the clutch.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 3. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to Barrett. That 3 off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And he commits the intentional foul. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. From deep 3-point range, no good. And so it's Utah with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing